movie junkies? Welcome back to Twin Flicks, where we always here celebrating the magic of movies and physical media with you. Now, if you didn't check out my review for American Gigolo, I compared Arrow Video's 4K to the 2017 Blu-ray. Go check that one out because it's interesting. I kind of leaned more towards the Blu-ray. You'll see in that video, so go check out that review. But today we're going to talk about Mute Witness from 1995, and Arrow Video was gracious enough to send me this 4K UHD check disc that I'm going to compare it to the DVD. Now, I know what some of you are saying out there already. Why are you comparing a 4K UHD 2160p resolution to an NTSC analog 480p resolution disc? Well, honestly, believe it or not, there are still some people out there that honestly think DVD and 4K, there's really no comparison between the two. I know. I don't understand it either, but that's what some people really do think. Or they think they can just put in this DVD and upscale 480p to 2160p, which that doesn't really work either. So I just thought this would be a good opportunity to really showcase what 4K UHD can do, especially against an NTSC analog DVD disc. As for the rest of us, I think it really makes an interesting case study to see the growth, the evolution of physical media, even just within the last 30 years between DVD and 4K UHD. Alright, so let's dig in and take a closer look at the 4K UHD from Arrow Video, compared it to the DVD. Right now, I want to talk about the color reproduction and also some color correction that is just stunningly attractive here on the 4K, which is noticeable right off the bat with the main titles that looked yellowish white. Now the titles are solid pure white. And also this shot here is another perfect example of the color correction with the evening skyline, which on the DVD has two tones to it that looks a little out of place and unnatural. The 4K now brings the image to how it should look. There are many areas with corrected colors that now looks just more appropriate with the specific scene. The HDR10 or Dolby Vision grading really ups the ante here by enhancing what's already there and bringing the film as close as possible to its original 35mm appearance. The HDR10 and Dolby Vision grading works its magic here on the UHD disc, opening up the color gamut much wider here, with outstanding rich, deep colors that really pops off the screen, and also some really nice color depth to it, and complexity as well, that we just never had for home viewing. Reds especially are a standout here on the 4K, to deep crimson blood reds that looks much more realistic and lifelike. And you can definitely notice this on dried on blood, on faces, fingertips, the clothes and sheets that are all soaked in blood. It just looks much better and more natural and lifelike than it did on the DVD. Skin tones are handled much better here on the 4K. We no longer have this palish skin tones that were on the DVD. On the 4K, skin tones are warmer and more natural looking. Saturation and contrast are dialed in just right and perfectly balanced. The saturation is increased, bringing some nice punch and vividness while never looking artificially boosted or hot. And contrast levels help with all the night and low light scenes looking more appropriate to those scenes. And the DVD was notorious for exhibiting terrible black levels and shadows. The 4K now carries the black levels to how they should look, with deep, inky, truer blacks and richer shadows that penetrates deep into the screen. Now I'm serious when I say this here. The black levels and shadow details alone on 4K is worth buying or upgrading from your DVD. Another huge benefit is the overall image quality on the 4K that's crisp, clear, and as razor sharp as it can be. Close-ups reveal blemishes, makeup, lines and faces, even down to individual hairs and beads of sweat that looks fantastic and sharp. The elevator scenes, you can now make out all the garbage and grime on the floor, walls, and the elevator shaft. The prop room and other rooms are just littered to the brim with all types of different objects and details left and right that stays consistently sharp and clear any direction the camera is pointed at, feeling the 23521 frame and showcasing the production design and cinematography in full. The DVD was very flat looking and lifeless. Now the image comes back to life in 4K with added depth and spaciousness. As for the bitrate, I noticed that it first started out in the mid 60s and hangs around the mid to upper 80s Mbps. The DVD had very inconsistent grain fluctuations, with many scenes carrying a lot of thick, heavy, chunky grain with a lot of noise in it. The 4K now has much better resolved and tighter grain field, giving us that really nice, fine, natural level of 35mm grain that we all love to see. Alright, now let's get into the audio with this 4K UHD. And Aero brings Mute Witness to us with 3 different audio options: a mono track, a stereo track, and a new 5.1 surround mix. Alright, so my overall score for Mute Witness on 4K UHD from Aero Video, I'm giving this one a 5 out of 5. Obviously, this is definitely an upgrade from the old, outdated analog NTSC DVD, or if you don't already own this, this is definitely one to add into your collection. Alright, but now here's the real test. I want to hear from you. Head over to the comment section and let me know, when you look at the differences here between the 4K UHD and the previous released DVD, which do you like better? Head over to the comment section and let me know. Alright guys, well thanks so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes here talking about Mute Witness on 4K UHD and comparing it to the previous DVD. Let's get this out of here. Sorry. As always guys, keep physical media alive and stay tuned for another 4K versus Blu-ray comparison.